Have you ever faced a problem so big it felt like a mountain you could never climb? A situation so overwhelming that all you could see was defeat. Today, I want to share a story about a king who faced exactly that: an entire army at his gates, an army that had never known defeat. And what he did next changed everything. This is the story of King Hezekiah and the siege of Jerusalem. Picture this: the most powerful military force on earth, the Assyrian army, has conquered nation after nation. They're known for their brutality, their efficiency, and their sheer, terrifying numbers. Now, they're parked right outside Jerusalem, 185,000 soldiers, a sea of warriors, ready to swallow the city whole. Their king Sennacherib is so confident that he doesn't just prepare for battle, he starts a psychological war. He sends messengers to the walls of Jerusalem, shouting insults and threats in the people's own language. They yell, "Don't let Hezekiah fool you. Don't listen when he tells you to trust in your God. Has any god of any nation ever saved their people from me? Your God will be no different." To make matters worse, he sends a letter directly to King Hezekiah. Imagine receiving a letter that details exactly how your city will be destroyed, how your people will suffer, a letter mocking the very core of your faith. The threats are specific, the tone is arrogant, and the message is clear: surrender or be annihilated. There is no hope. At this point, what would you do? Most leaders would be scrambling to fortify defenses, rally the troops, or negotiate a surrender. Hezekiah had already tried to buy them off with a massive payment of gold and silver, stripping the temple to do so. It didn't work. The Assyrians took the money and came for the city anyway. He was out of options, out of resources, and out of time. So Hezekiah does something completely unexpected. He takes this letter, this written proof of his impending doom, and he doesn't go to his war council. He doesn't go to his generals. He goes to the temple. He walks into the holy place, stands before God, and he unrolls the letter. He lays it out for God to see. And then he prays. But this isn't a prayer of grand, unshakable faith. It's a prayer of raw desperation, of a man at the absolute end of his rope. He basically says, "God, look at this. You see what they're saying. You hear the threats. They're not just mocking me. They are mocking you. They are putting you on the same level as the idols of nations they've destroyed. Lord our God, save us, so that all the kingdoms of the earth may know that you alone are God." Hezekiah didn't pretend to have the answer. He didn't come with a bargain. He just brought his impossible problem, spread it out, and acknowledged his complete powerlessness. He put the problem, the letter, the threat, squarely in God's hands. He basically said, "This is too big for me. It's yours now." Then, silence. The city holds its breath. The people wait behind the walls, hearing the sounds of the massive army outside, knowing that morning could bring their final day. They go to sleep that night, not knowing if they'll see the sunrise. And then the morning comes. The sun rises over the hills of Judea. But something is wrong. Or rather, something is profoundly, miraculously right. There's no sound from the Assyrian camp. No trumpets, no shouting, no clatter of armor. Just an eerie, heavy silence. When the lookouts peer over the walls, they see the impossible. The entire camp is still. The tents are there, the weapons are there, but the soldiers, they are gone. Not retreated, not packed up and left. 185,000 of the world's most feared warriors gone in a single night. No battle was fought. No sword was drawn by a soldier of Jerusalem. The city was saved not by human strength or military strategy, but by a divine intervention so swift, so silent, and so total that it defied all explanation. God had answered Hezekiah's desperate prayer. He had defended his own name. This story is so powerful because it shows what happens when we reach our limit. When we finally stop trying to solve our two big problems on our own and just lay them out before God. But Hezekiah's greatest act of strength was admitting his weakness. His winning strategy was surrender not to the enemy, but to God. So whatever army is camped outside your walls today, whether it's fear, anxiety, a financial crisis, or a broken relationship, remember the night an army fell silent. Take that problem, that letter of threats, and lay it out before God. You might be surprised to find that the battle isn't yours to fight. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content like this. We'll see you in the next video.